Welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, GaryVee, and this, my friends, is the Thunder Show, aka the internet's most passionate wine program. And today, we have a very big show. First of all, I was away most of last week. We had the Wine Cellar episode the whole week, so I missed you all. I apologize. I missed you a lot. I hope all of you are well. Thanks for the comments. And I will need your official New York Jets Patriots prediction. As you can see, mine with my head is 31-20 Patriots. But the asterisk is there because I want to make a prediction with my heart, which is there is only, normally I'm very fine with my normal prediction, but I do see two separate scenarios. It's such a tough year to figure everything out. And I just, the loss of Jim Leonard is what made me go there. I'm very worried about the Patriots really exposing us in the passing game. I'm concerned. That being said, there's a part of me that feels like there is a 17-16 Jets victory somewhere in there, Mott. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for, and that's what that asterisk represents. So I'd love your prediction. Brown bags. A lot of you have been asking for them. They're back. Been getting a lot of emails while I was away. Make sure you come back with brown bags. And I did. And I came with Chardonnay from, I think, anywhere in the world. I don't know what K-Murph did here. But today's show is blind tastings with Chardonnays. They can be from any part of the world. We'll kind of see what happens. I'm also going to follow up with a Barolo blind tasting this week. I promised that to Pete in, not NYP, to Pete in Oregon. So Pete, hey, Seth Brown, good friend. Pete, we will do that this week as well. And so I'm excited. And also, I should mention this. There'll be a video on the website tomorrow. If you are not on the WineLibrary.com email list, and if you're not paying attention to what's going on, we have a phenomenal Pinot Noir offer on WineLibrary.com starting tomorrow. Mott, I don't know, if you go to WineLibrary.com, the banner that takes over, you click it, goes to a page that explains it. Can you link that up for this episode? Just want people to see that. Very excited about that. I just, let's do something. Give me the bottle. I won't give it away, but, yep, that's it. But I just taped the video for, so this is it. It'll be available tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. It's normally a $30, $35 wine. We're selling for $19.99. So big things going on at .com. But let's focus on this. 3 wines, 3 Chardonnays. This is Chardonnay number 1. Let's zoom, and a boom, Mott. By the way, here's my big things for tonight. I think the Patriots use the tight end a lot. I think they're going to try to use that rat, Danny Woodhead, to try to make some plays. So I'm worried about that little SOB. I'm worried the Jets are going to try to run the ball too much tonight and not throw, because he can throw all over these guys. I don't know. I'm just always scared of Belichick and Brady. 2Bs scare me, Mott. What do you think? Congratulations to the Giants. Looked good yesterday.
Thank you. I think Jets have a really good shot. Your fourth quarter defense has been a little.
Last couple games,
got to fix that, or else Brady's going to.
Well, it was great against the Bengals, who have an offense. I mean, they stink, but they score on everybody.
They do.
And we shut them down. And besides the fourth quarter against the Texans, we've been shutting everybody. I mean, Green Bay to have 6 points. I know they won 9-0, but that was 6 points. I mean, I don't know, but the Leonard loss is huge. Anyway, I want to be focused. I'm sorry. Big game tonight, though. You have to tune in. Huge game. Anyway, this Chardonnay comes across not California-like and right away. It's got that's the first thing that came to mind. It's got this cool little nose. It smells like marzipan. I don't know if you've ever had marzipan fruit, but if you melt it down, or if you can imagine the flavor, I get a little marzipan. There is a little smokiness. And the more I smelled it, at first I was going to, if we weren't talking Jets, I would have said definitely not California. But it's been kind of conceivably turning on me. But there's a fresh minerality here. There's a beautiful pineapple and guava thing going on. And it's just fresh. There's almost like fresh cut figs. It just smells very appealing to me. And right off the bat, this nose is winning me over. Let's see what happens on the palate. Almost like a peppermint minty thing going on in the initial attack of the palate, which is quite fascinating. Bless you, Ma. Crushed rock meets apples. So this is like an apple salad, but instead of walnuts, those like classic apple salads you always see, Ma? Instead of walnuts, think about pebbles and rocks. That's what this kind of tastes like on the palate. Great minerality, very intriguing baked apple flavors going on, and a little bit of that marzipan fruit. Very appealing, white acacia flowers, pretty wine, kind of winning me over. Good wine, good start, and I don't feel like it's that expensive. And I did Come on, follow me. Let's check my IM. Let's just show people what is on my computer. I don't know. I was gonna say that I asked Kay Murph. See, I don't know. I asked her for a show. Okay, I said $3 $20 to $30 Chardonnays from anywhere in the world. So I've got the gist of the price range. So I won't guess the price range because clearly I know. But I would say that this is going to be a value Chardonnay if it's a Burgundy. I don't know, but I kind of like it. This is a good start. You know, damn, why did I do the price range thing? I usually like guessing the price range. I won't do that again. I apologize. Now the color. Wow, Mom, give me another glass. I want to show everybody what I'm seeing. I don't know if they can get it. Any other? There we go. This is the last one. And this is the new wine. Now, Ma, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it?
Yes.
Like, very obviously? Yes. Let me give you a white piece of paper background, too, because I really want people to get this. We just go ghetto here on the Thunder Show. But does that pop even more?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's basically the same?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. As you can see, the second wine is dramatically darker. It feels like you know, the first one seems like you've got a healthy diet. This one seems like you're drinking a lot of beer. I don't know. It's got a totally different color thing going on. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. And man, does it, you know, I mean, the one thing you start learning when you taste wine is you start trusting your palate. I mean, this is very much more New World. This is Australia, California, whereas that is a little bit more Burgundian in its approach. This is a lot more oak. A lot more. I mean, this smells like a greasy burger, and that smells like a salad, iceberg lettuce. You know, just very goopy, oaky. A lot of wood, a lot of butter coming through. Very, very hedonistic on the nose. Let's give it a whirl. This wine's a good time. Big mouthfeel. Honey, a lot of honey coming through, nutty. So this is kind of like, you know, Cheerios. Is it Cheerios that always Honey Nut Cheerios, where you see like they have that thing? You know what I'm talking about, Matt?
The honey thing.
The honey thing, right? Like, now we're just getting crazy. I mean, it's a big game, so like I'm getting all crazy. But you know, like they take that thing and they dip it in the honey. You know what I'm talking about, right, Matt? That's what this tastes like to me. It's like nutty, Honey Nut Cheerios. I feel like there's a little bee flying around me. Little apricot as well on the back end, but this is overdone with the Hacksaw Jim Duggan 2x4, like a Louisville Slugger hit me in the mouth. You know, pure wood. This is not a minor league, college baseball bat. No aluminum. This is all wood all the time. Honey, honeycomb, Cheerios, nuttiness, walnuts, almonds. An interesting wine, and definitely the kind of wine that I think would be for like a certain time and place. You know, that time and place for me is not necessarily right now. But I'm surprised. I wouldn't think that this is like a $20 or $30 Chardonnay. It tastes cheaper, and that is that's just the way it is. All right, Chard number 3. Let's give it a little shot. Let's give it a little rinsey rinse, and let's pour. Chard number 3 does not have that same coloring. Interesting nose, very tropical. This has a little bit of a kiwi thing going on. Very clean on the nose. A little aromatically challenged. Almost seems like a little bit of a worse version of the first wine. Let's give it a whirl. I like this wine though. Huh. Not as interesting on the nose. I might even like it more in the palate. This has a little bit more pizzazz. I kind of view this as like, you know what this is? This is like a Chardonnay of like a guy who wore a tux, black tie affair, great, right? You know what this is? Same thing, but like with like a fun handkerchief. You know, a little personality. You know what I mean, Ma? A little personality on this Chardonnay. Has a much more interesting weight. That fig flavor that I tasted in wine number 1 comes through even more here. A little bit more of like caramel apple. I like the butterscotch kind of nuance on the finish. Very fruity. What I mean by that is like cantaloupe, apples, green fruits, cantaloupe, apples, pears. Nice wine. Nice. All right, so like a brown bag show that we're pretty excited about. This is how they finish up, and let's see what happens. In last place with a score of an 81. Very disappointing, though 81's a great number. Dustin Keller's number. Look for him to have a big night tonight. Is this wine? I don't see how this is. This is the only. Again, if was a fifth, I'd be drunk, as my good friend Dustin always says. But if I didn't know the price range, which is my fault, and I apologize for that, so I brought us over because I wanted to show you transparently that I screwed up and gave her a price range. Usually I just say Chardonnays. I would have predicted this wine to be like $12 to $13. Knowing it's 20 to 30, it's a major ripoff. 81 points, not into it. Chard number 2, which is the La Caseto 2006 Private Reserve Chardonnay from Mexico, from Baja California, Mexico. Not a fan, huge fan of Baja California, Mexico. I think Baja California, Mexico is coming on strong. Too bad with this wine, just too overdone for me. This wine rolls in at $16. Sounds like somebody doesn't know how to... So now I'm like happy, and Matt, is Cambridge trying to get me?
I don't know. Or
does she think 16 is 20? I'm kind of happy. At the same token, I thought it was like less than 20, so that's pretty funny. 16 bones, Rosetto, not into it. Baja California, Mexico. Please try Baja California wines. Maybe it's a sign, Baja California, Mexico. I don't know. Interesting. Close to San Diego, where I think the Jets are going to the playoffs. Anyway,
Chargers, what happened to them?
Oh, yeah, that was a big loss yesterday. In second place, wine number 1 with a score of 90 points. Tasted me like a $25, $27 bottle of Chardonnay. Really enjoyed it. Did not think it was California. I thought it was Older World. Look at this. Look at this. This wine is from Bourgogne. I see. This is the Evening Land Chardonnay from the Bourgogne in Burgundy. In Beaune, $22. Very nice wine. We talked with Raj Parr about their Pinot Noirs, Mott. This is a very good winery. Evening Land, making wines from really interesting part. I was really impressed with this. 90 points. Kudos at $22. A buy. It's a wine that's worth to be sought out. And the winner, loved it. 91 points. Not quite sure where it's from. I was pretty on par here. Thought this, was not California. This one could be, because it had enough of that thing going on, but it had great sensibility. I could see it being an unoaked kind of thing from California, or kind of maybe Oregon. Pretty interesting. Wow. Kudos. Chalone, California. Chalone 2008. Really nice wine. 91 points. The winner, $22. And this really makes me happy for a couple of reasons. One, it shows that California is continuing, and this is, for Chalone, I think is Chalone appellation is really interesting because this was a Chardonnay that I grew up kind of idolizing. It was a hugely important Chardonnay near Monterey County that a lot of people were really into. It used to be a $30 Chardonnay. It's $22 now. It used to be 30, 10 years ago, before the inflation. People were so into it. It had Burgundian-like characteristics, and I think when you look back and look at the way I reviewed it, it talks about like a mix of old world and new world, and that's what this wine is. And at $22, I don't know, I feel like this warmness, it's like a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. Little John Travolta Pulp Fiction like. This Chalone makes a nice comeback, and at $22 will be something that now I will order on a restaurant list where I would have never thought to, and haven't had a Chalone maybe in 8 or 9 years. So really excited. Kudos to Chalone. Big victory for you guys in the Brown Bag Challenge Evening Land. And nothing for nothing, Chardonnay gets a very bad rap, but it came back strong. Outside of Baja California, Mexico, which is not a place you expect really good Chardonnay from to begin with, a really good showing. 2 wines that I fully can recommend at $22. That kind of makes me happy. Kudos to Chalone and Evening Land, and good luck to my New York Jets tonight. I'm very excited and nervous. I hope they win. Mott, question of the day. The holidays are here. We're in December. Do you drink white wine during this time of year? I just had 2. It's getting cold. I'm very curious. Are you a white wine drinker this time of year? Let me know. And because that might not lead to a lot of people answering the question, Just say hey. See ya. You, with a little bit of me, we're changing the wine world.